Alright guys, welcome back. This is an update for our square of 9 tutorials. We're talking about WD GANN and his amazing price and time forecasting abilities, and the fact that he used the square of 9 to forecast prices, because prices seem to make in a relationship when it's opposite, square, trin, and whatnot. And you can see these same relationships in astrology and geometry. Okay, so the square of 9, really quickly, we start out, it's the first real square after 1 at the center is 9. It ends there, and then 10 starts, and then we roll around, and all the natural squares are opposing each other like a duality, 180 degrees, like the yin and yang sign and the sine wave of electricity and whatnot. So the odd squares all go down in a straight line, all like this, and they all line up. And the even squares, they're exactly 180 degrees opposite, and they run out like that. So numbers do represent a straight line. As they move in a circular motion, they line up and they organize themselves exactly. There's no faulty to mathematical order. It's of the highest degree of everything. Everything vibrates based on numerical values. So I just thought I'd show you that. So we're going to look at some more square 9s. So this is my forecasting tool for the Zodiac, and I have a few different natural squares on here that I've created. I have 2 that are counter-rotating. So why would I do that? Well, when prices move up, we want to go with the planets and the energies that are moving with it. And we can use the square to climb up in the numbers. Now, when we've made a top, for instance, somewhere in the zodiac, wherever the sun or one of these main celestial bodies has stopped, from there, the price can go down. And I have a counter-rotating square of 9 so that I can find relationships of numbers. So let's talk about that really quickly here. So when we're talking about forecasting relationships of numbers, what we're talking about here is simply this. So 1's in the center, and let's just say right now Bitcoin made a top at 69,000. Okay, 2 squares in, we've made another resistance in Bitcoin at 40,000. And you can go look at your charts. Go look at my tutorials. I speak about this significantly, these levels. Now, the next level down, or to 4 squares in price, is 19,000. And as you all know, right now, Bitcoin has been hovering at that level. And we've also made it back to this 45-degree angle that dropped down to 17.5. And we're going to talk about more of those things later on. And also want to point out the relationship. When we made 17,500, okay, Bitcoin's next swing up is 180 degrees exactly. And that is, it climbed all the way up to 25 on August 15th. It made top, and 1 month later, we made another swing top, as you all know, on September 13th here, in the low 22-21s. So this is a really important tool for forecasting the movements of price. So I hope you're understanding a bit about how prices move in relationships to the areas around a circle. Now, if you're a musician, you'll understand this as well, so pay attention. So a wheel has 8 spokes. These are the 8 spokes that go around, these red lines. So if you're a musician, a musician goes from A to G, and that's the 8 octaves. So there again, we go from our 1. So if our 1 wasn't at the center and we put our 1 here, 8 would be here at the end of that. So just keep in mind, there's a relationship between the beginning and the end. So this is how we find points in not only time, we'll talk about that after, but this is how we find points in price and where we can find the next relationship. So 19,000 is currently the band and the resistance level that we're at. We managed to get under the 40, and the next one down, 2 more squares in, or 2, 4, 6 squares in from 70,000, 69. Our next level and major area would be 6,000, and I've been calling for a 6,000 top in the other tutorials that I put out here. And if you're following along, you may get to see the forecast come to fruition as stated. All right, so moving forward now, we're going to talk about the zodiac. Now that we've talked about the octaves, the levels, the squares, the relationships between them, now we're going to talk about taking this and putting it on the time. So we're going to take the zodiac here, which I have on here, and each sign of the zodiac is 30 degrees. And you just set yours up the same way. I just drew a great big circle, and I put all the names for all the signs. I use a lot of symbols in a lot of my writings and stuff, just like Mr. Gann. I just find, like him, it was easier than writing a whole word or a sentence. I could make all of that into a symbol, like an equation, or like, for instance, the pi symbol, 3.14, it's just a symbol. So now we know what that is. Instead of writing 3 other symbols, we just have one. So really important that we look into that. Okay, so I wanted to point that out, that so inside of the zodiac, we can find relationships between the 8 octaves or the 8 spokes of the wheel, and we can find angular relationships in time where we expect something may happen. I'm going to give you a very, very awesome and quick synopsis. So back when we made 17,500, Mars was right here at 17 degrees of Aries, or the Egyptian sign Nisan. Now, it's moved now 60 degrees right now and is almost at 70 degrees, and I'm expecting a big capitulation bottom when Mars hits 24 degrees of Gemini. Why do I say that? Well, I think that when Mars hits 24, 25 degrees, it will be at a low. This is just my prognosis, and this is how I make up my charts and decide how the price levels and structures will be lining up, and the day counts, and this is what I do because well, Mr. Gann has taught us that if we study history, you can see that this is my September forecast where I'm talking about levels where we're going to see a change in trend and stuff. So what's it look like moving out further? Well, here's my November forecast. We're going to get that low into November 8th, as I've been saying, and then we're going to have a spike up to about the 28th. And then I've got my December. We're going to have our lower top and maybe a fake out breakout, and then a possible another little top right at the new year. And then January of 23, I started working on some forecasting as well. And as you guys know, in my tutorials, I forecast ahead in time, and I put price levels and time dates. So, all right. So I am expecting when Mars makes it to 70 degrees, we'll have a bottom. So let's go take a look at something else. All right, so we're going to move this around the wheel, and we're right now, this is where the moon is right now today as of this recording. I expect a bottom when we have the moon make it to the October or Libra sign here and conjunct the spots where these three clustering planets are at 70 degrees. Okay, so pay attention to this. So we're squaring the degrees now. So in, let's say, 3 days or 4 days, we're going to have this bottom at 17,000 or just there under. Again, is that going to happen? It's very possible and likely, you know. So we're going to just watch this. All right, so I just thought I'd lay this out for you. It's I know some of it can be a little in-depth or new to some people. Just go back over this stuff and just slowly take it in. You know, it took me quite a while to understand and create a symmetry to the relationships of numbers and time and stuff, and I just wanted to point that out. So in doing so, I wanted to also show you that Mr. Gann was using astrology and the square of 9. And I want to point out that this is his Jupiter trend line here. And he's also gone on his May soybean chart. And this is 1948, people. This is way back. Here's his Mars trend line. And soybeans is making its way up to the 270 price mark. He's also noted that Jupiter is going to be conjunct Mars at the exact degrees of 270 degrees on the Zodiac. And 270 degrees on the Zodiac is this December thing. And you can see he's got 30 degrees December here and the sign of Jupiter. And you can see that's the sign of Jupiter. That's where Jupiter is today. So we have places where these planets, they cross the same degree and they make relationships. So really interesting. Mr. Gann was incredible. He could time this to the exact day, minute, and hour, and to the cent. And it's to this day, he is still probably the most significant trader that has ever forecasted stuff to the cent. I mean, other than Bayer Aspirin. Bayer and Mr. Gann were very good friends, and they hung out and went to the pyramids and stuff like that. And, you know, they were really astute men. You know, they studied the natural phenomena, and that's exactly what we're laying out here. So he did use, in fact, astrology, and inside of this, it explains it here in detail to you that he did use the planets. So feel free to pause this and read it. It is so interesting. Okay, so I just kind of went on with that for you and showed you that. From Mr. Gann's courses, this is also some scales that he made using the planets that he could make prices. So this is Jupiter's scale. And of course, Jupiter takes 1 year to go around, or 11.98 years. So 12 points to a degree is how he would do Jupiter. Sorry, here's Jupiter down here. I was showing you Saturn, sorry. So Jupiter down here. And so 12 points to a degree, right? So when Jupiter moves one whole sign, because it takes a year to go around the Zodiac, it will have moved 30, we would say, degrees, or made 360 degrees, depending on the scale that you're using. So Saturn takes a lot longer. It's 30 years, right? So 30 degrees to 1 degree movement of Saturn. Uranus, which represents technology and Bitcoin, it takes 84 years to move around the Zodiac and 7 years to go through one Zodiac sign. So the 7-year itch, as well, you've probably heard of that, and the 7 years of feast and famine and whatnot, and all these cycles associated with stuff like that. So interesting. So 1 degree that Uranus moves is 84 points, as he's got it on his scale. So just wanted to point out the stuff to you. It's very esoteric and it's a lot of information that you have never been privy to. So just take it into consideration and just be mindful. And if you like this content and you feel it's beneficial and interesting, leave a comment and hit me up, subscribe, like. It really helps my channel. I'd really like to get this material out to you. I love what I do, and I'm doing what I love, and I think that's great advice for anyone in life. Forget about trying to wake up and pay your bills every day and this death pledge, your mortgage, that you're going to own nothing and be happy. So just be happy, study natural laws and come back. You know what? Help out the channel. Let's get this information out and let's use it. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed that.